Welcome to the Colorful Clipboard, where we discuss the building blocks of making dough in childcare. I'm Kate.
And I'm Carrie.
Welcome back to Colorful Clipboard. Carrie and I are so glad that you are joining us today. And so today, we're going to talk about our favorite subject. And we just love these things, and they're furry, and they have a tendency to go all over the place. And sometimes your staff try to throw them at you. And a lot of people, especially anybody with social media, has at least one time in their life seen the meme that says, "Not my monkey, not my circus." So today we are going to talk a little bit about monkey management, but more from the perspective of how do you do it? And Carrie's going to sit here and give me visual aids, which may mean that I have to go to my closet because I think I've got some bananas over there. I got a bit costume. So when we start talking about monkey management, and if you haven't heard our previous episodes, go look for those previous episodes. We will have them in our description with links so that you can go check out any of our monkey management episodes. But today we're going to talk about an awesome new product. And I'm pretty sure you've heard before because a couple of weeks ago we launched our book. And so in addition to the book, it's got workbooks. Carrie has done a whole line of children's books. Carrie and I are doing a joint line of children's disaster books, disaster preparation books. And the newest product, gotta love it, is the Monkey Management Journal. So it's all about the whole catch and release. And so Carrie, talk to us a little bit about how to use this journal. Why might a director want this journal? Why not just, stack of Post-it notes?
Well, why not a stack of Post-it notes is because Post-it notes are made to fall off. Like, that's the whole point of a Post-it note, is that the glue is not very good. So I made this journal because we had people saying, well, where am I going to put all of these monkeys when they come in? I need some sort of way to corral them. And so I made a monkey management journal that on the left-hand side of the page, it has spaces for your plan for the day. Because another thing that Kate and I talk about is that every day you need to have goals for the day or a to-do list, whichever you prefer to think of it as, but it's your plan for the day. So my plans for the day, and I gave it 1, 2, 3, I gave it like 8 spots. So you could have 8 things on your to-do list, which is more than I like you to have. But I'm giving you more freedom than I give myself. I don't give myself this many to-dos. But enough room that you can write a fair amount about it. Like if you have to write the phone number or time frame or any of that. And then on the other hand, it has 12 boxes for the monkeys that you catch during the day, which means you can't take more than 12 monkeys in the day. That's it.
So
no more.
What do you mean by I got to catch monkeys? I don't understand.
How do you not know about monkeys, Kate? We've been talking about it for years.
I got children. I got animals. I've got a center full of children and staff. What exactly do you mean by catching monkeys? And what does this journal have to do with it?
So the monkeys that come and attack you are things like, I need to pay my tuition late. I didn't get my child.
Because I had a car repair.
Yeah, I had a car repair, or as you know, so-and-so had to go to the doctor. Sometimes the monkeys are, I didn't get them changed out of their pajamas. So here are their clothes and their shoes. Would you please get this child dressed for the day? What are other parent monkeys, Kate? Those are the first 2 that popped into my head.
My favorite are, here, can you give them this Pop-Tart for breakfast?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's great. Then you also have
to pack a lunch. Do you have anything they can eat? No. Yeah, lots of food ones. Medication.
I forgot the permission slip. Can they just go without, can they go on the field trip without the permission slip?
Can you print up an extra copy for me? Like you have time to do that.
Right. They were just, I know that their cheeks are really red, but I think it was just because we had the windows down in the car. I don't think they're warm. No, you don't need to touch them. I don't think they have a fever. I'm pretty sure it's just because the window was down in the car. Those are all monkeys.
I think you
Then
just
you
made
have
me twelve.
licensing. Then you've got your licensing monkeys, where licensing is like, so have you, can you send me your updated fire inspection? I got a report from one of your parents that blah, blah, blah is happening. So I'll be coming to do an inspection. Or just licensing showing up. Your shot records are a licensing monkey. New enrollment paperwork, licensing monkey. You have staff monkeys, which Kate's and my absolute favorite is, I'm on the playground. Can you come watch the kids so that I can take this one child in to go to the bathroom? We love that monkey.
But but one of the monkeys that I had to be really careful about catching was the staff person who'd walk in and say, "I got a question," and then they'd sit down.
Yep. Questions don't require sitting.
They'd be there for an hour, and meanwhile I'm going, "Who's in your classroom?" And they're trying to give me a life story scenario, and so it really does take some balance. So I love the idea of having the journal and being able to say, hang on a minute, let me get my journal, because that stops them. So the diarrhea of the mouth can stop for 30 seconds while I get my book and I get my pencil and I open up to the day. And then
you're so nice. You're going to write it in your own book. I hand them the journal. Go, you have this square. If there's something you need me to, you can fill up one of these squares, but I need to be able to read it.
Yeah, that would be the reason I would fill it out, is to do that. But I like that. That's a great approach as well.
So that they can see that you already have 10 monkeys for the day and it's 9:15. So literally, when the 13th monkey tries to show up, you say, I'm sorry, I'll have to talk to you about that tomorrow. Or you immediately shoot it with a no. I'm going to have to pay my tuition late. No, I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah, so I love that one. So my car needed to be repaired so I don't have tuition. That was always one of my favorites, because I'd look at them and go, okay, so your car, you didn't ask the mechanic if you could get your car back and not pay him, but you're going to ask me if I will continue to watch your child without being paid. And most of the time when I word it literally like that to a parent, it's kind of that, oh, like, why is it that you think you can ask me? And so that really does come back.
We know the answer, Kate. You have ovaries.
But it's not just that. It's just one of those things that, right? Like, a lot of times directors become friends with their parents. And
that's true. Yeah.
It's you're a friend of mine. You're going to let me get away with this favor. And so, how can you help a director, especially because we've talked a lot about new directors. We talked a little bit about the whole monkey concept that somebody who might be listening or watching today may not have actually heard us do our monkey talks. So why don't you give us a 5-minute, this is what a monkey is. And I'm actually, I don't know, can I pin you, or can you pin yourself so that you're the one talking when you're going to do this?
Well, it'll go to me on my side, on the recording side. So, so the easiest way for me to give somebody a visual representation of monkeys is for you to think about the Disney animated Tarzan movie, in which Jane sees a monkey and she draws it. So she takes a note in her journal about the monkey, right? So she puts it down in one of those little squares. Where are my little squares? Puts it in one of the little squares. And then the monkey tries to walk away and she chases the monkey. So I've got a question for you. What do you do if XYZ? You give them an answer and then they walk away, and then you think of 5 more things that they should do with that monkey. And so you chase the monkey down the hall, you go into the office and you give them more feedback. You go into their classroom and give them more feedback. So when you chase the monkey, what happens is what happened to Jane in Tarzan, which is pretty soon you're covered head to foot in monkeys, because you are doing everyone else's responsibilities. You are stocking the Band-Aids in classrooms. You are restocking the multifold paper towels in the classroom. You are calling the parent to remind them that today is an early pickup day. You are emailing staff at home to remind them that there's a special thing that they were going to bring in. You are going onto the playground to watch classrooms while a teacher takes a single child in to go to the bathroom. You are creating lesson plans. You are cooking dinner for the parents, or, helping to arrange their childcare while one of the two parents is out of town. So you're arranging the babysitting with your staff. You just get covered head to toe in monkeys. And that means you can't do your job, your director job, the job that only the director can do. Only the director can give tours unless you have an enrollment coordinator. But there are jobs that only the director does. Maybe it's the profit and loss statement. Maybe it's the enrollment tracking. There are things that only the director does. And if you are covered head to foot in other people's monkeys, you don't have time to get to your own things that were on the to-do list, the things that you had to do today because you are the director. Creating an enrollment packet for the family that is going to be touring at 10 o'clock, doing the 10 o'clock tour, following up with the job interview from yesterday, writing a new job posting, tracking the finances, tracking your enrollment numbers. What are the full-time equivalents in each of your classroom? Okay, cool. That means I've got 3 openings in the 3-year-old classroom, 1 in the baby classroom, and 4 in the after-school classroom. Those are the jobs that the director does, that you as a member of management do, that the classroom teachers can't do, that licensing can't do, that the parents can't do. Only you can do those jobs, and you can't get them done if you're covered head to foot in monkeys. So that's my rant on monkeys.
Well, I think that's a great rant on monkeys because I think it really was able to give people that visual. And so for those of you who haven't seen the Disney Tarzan, we have now added something to your to-do list. And you can even just go look at Jane and the Monkeys Tarzan on YouTube and you'll get just that little clip. So again, there are so many opportunities as a director to end up with monkeys, and you don't need to be buying tons and tons of bananas. These do not need to be things that you feed. And for new directors, identifying the monkeys would be the best place to start. It may take you a while as a new director to get the confidence to go, no, and to shoot it immediately without at least giving it like a half a banana, or putting it on your list to do tomorrow. I have seen a lot of directors who take those 12 monkeys and put them into their 8 spots for the next day, and they add 2 so that they don't really have more than 8. They add them to their, so it is worth kind of having an idea as a director. And if you haven't read our book, From Overwhelmed to I Can Do This, go grab the book. It's on Amazon. We also have it as a Kindle. You can get the paperback. You can also listen to the audio. And so, go to Audible, go download the book, go to the monkey chapters, and listen to it there. We would love to have your feedback, but we want you to be successful, and monkeys are so easy to eat. They are squeaky, but they can also they can overwhelm you, right? Like we could have made the entire book all about monkeys, and we could have included monkeys in every chapter. We didn't. We did give you a tree limb. But if you want, we would love it if you would go read the book, write us a review. And if you do, I'm pretty sure Carrie will get you some monkeys, and I might even get you some bananas. If you've never played Bananagrams, it's a great game. We use it when we do staff training. So it's always kind of fun to throw out there as a generic get to know you, or a way to make Scrabble into words that are related to the topic for the subject. Okay, so that was totally unrelated, and maybe that would be a great podcast.
It's true. So basically, if you feel like you've got plenty from Kate and I, and you don't need the book, great. If you are somebody who feels like you are constantly chasing monkeys, please go get the Monkey Management Journal. It's got like 3 months worth of pages, and you'll get a handle on it within 3 months, and then you might not ever need another one, but this will get you going and get you in the habit of shooting monkeys, and only taking a manageable number of monkeys, because any zookeeper should be able to handle 12 monkeys as long as they have their own cages, which is why there are cages. There are 12 cages. Don't let them cohabitate. They'll start throwing poop, and that's not cute. That's not cute at all. They each need to have their own container. Do not cohabitate the monkeys, because they'll breed or they'll throw poop, and you don't need either of those. No, thank you. Kate is laughing her head off, for those of you who are on the podcast.
Well, make sure when you do this that you actually download this one, because this one would be funny. So make sure Marie gets the video. She can put this on Instagram. That'll confuse people. Like, we'll actually put something on our Instagram podcast. So if you haven't followed us, we are on social media. We do have Facebook. We do have Instagram. And again, thank you so much for joining us on Colorful Clipboard.
Thank you for listening to Colorful Clipboards. Connect with us on social media at Colorful Clipboard, or send us an email to hello@colorfulclipboards.
Send us your voicemail with your own questions and stories. If you want to keep learning with us, visit Texas Director, where we continue to have seminars, licensing, programs, and more.
This show has been made by me, Carrie Casey, and Kate Young, with assistance from Hallie Casey and Marie Young. If you learned something today, share the show.